Hi, welcome to episode 57 of GrandLine Grinders podcast. And we got the full podcast this week. Today, we're going to be talking about, of course, this is the first week of the second volume of the, kind of like the off-meta stuff. So, we're going to talk about that and do it, kind of rank what we think could be pretty solid, what to look out for, what decks to prepare for, all that kind of stuff. So you could win your tournament. And, of course, we are excited to start with the podcast group. RePreach, how was your week?
I am alive and breathing, and that is a state to be in.
That is the state to be in, for sure. What about you, favorite Anime Villian?
Pretty chill. Didn't really do anything. Aren't there like no winner prizes at the pirate party? Isn't it just participation?
That would be very cool if there's not one. I don't know.
There's not like anything on the website. I guess your locals could like do some sort of prizing.
Well, I know like one of the ones I looked at, they were doing pack per win, but I don't know if they have anything other than that. So
I mean, that's based on the store. That not every store is doing that.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. One of my stores isn't even doing a single pirate party.
The locals that I normally go to probably isn't doing one.
That's kind of sad because the one is doing one, and then one I've never been to is doing like tons of them every single Saturday. So I'm gonna be attending those because I'm excited about this format.
I personally don't care if the locals that I go to don't do pirate parties. Outside of getting like a couple copies of the law, I don't really care. It's not a format that interests me too much.
Well, that's what we're talking about today. How to get prepared for your pirate party, volume 2, potential tournaments. So let's dive right in, and first let's discuss the meta shifts. Movements wise, green red Luffy came back. This is probably going to keep going up, and up. The closer we get to the starter deck, and it should probably increase even further after the starter deck comes out, because it gets the stage, and potentially some people are, I think, talking about the 7-drop Zoro or 7-drop Luffy as well for this deck, because it can just potentially be a solid removal spell on a 9k body. But the Ace going up one little slot over the Boa, not much of a change. It is interesting to see that most of the decks now have at least a positive win rate, so that's a positive, I guess. How do you guys think about this current meta?
I think it's fun. I'm not huge on Nami still being as prevalent as it is, but
Yeah, I agree. We'll probably talk about stuff like that more next week, because I do think there's got to be some sort of changes when it comes to their how they develop cards, because it's becoming to my opinion, it's becoming a nuisance.
you've never looked at other Bandai card games, have you?
I know quite a bit of people complain about Digimon for similar reasons.
Green OTK did nothing wrong. It's always been yellow as the issue.
Yeah, it really is green and yellow, right? Or the colors, and blue got something that's actually kind of.
No, it's typically purple and yellow are the issues.
I mean, purple has a Nell, but outside of a Nell, purple I would say is straightforward. It's not that big of a deal. It's not oppressive.
Well, people complained for a good amount of time about Gum Gum Giant, and people complained about yellow healing, and they complained about black doing too much. Gecko Moria was one of our first cards that ever really got taken from us. Red was too strong at one point. There's been issues with every color except like green until now. And even now, green's annoying, but it's not that big of a deal.
And that kind of goes into what I want to say with there's not really a whole bunch of aggro in this current meta that's performing well.
The top deck is aggro, and
The
Nell is like a
and that is also like control aggro.
I would say it's like a tempo aggro.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Rosie's
Yeah,
also
it's
kind of aggro too. Like it's
Rosie gets to be
Mhm.
aggro just because it gets to cheat out bigger bodies quickly. And then
Rosie's
Calgary
more.
is very aggro.
yep. So I wouldn't say that the aggro doesn't exist here. It's kind of spread out. Like,
It's like 40% of the top 10 decks.
and depending on the opponent, if you keep aggressive attacking into Boa, they also can become an aggro deck. Hopefully you're not attacking aggressively into a Boa without like understanding the retaliation coming back your way. But
Nah, Boa just plays a bunch of 5k bodies. Nothing to sweat.
yeah, I mean, like with Roger, I typically wait until at least after I have a Roger down. Not Roger, I mean Shanks, because then their bodies are a lot significantly smaller. But yeah, so like I definitely think there's a decent amount of aggro here. Mid range though, there's like what Teach. Would you consider Nami a mid range pile, or is it just a good stuff pile? But would you classify that as mid
It's
range?
just a good stuff pile.
Yeah, because like Nami and I would say Ace are just good stuff piles.
I would say Rosinante is like a mid-range deck just because it gets to play everything for
Yep.
round 5.
Yeah, because it has Borsalino, and then on top of that it has Gamut. It doesn't play Gamut if it plays just Sakazuki, which is similar.
Sakazuki is the highest cost. Like they never do anything for more than 7 Dawn.
I mean, like they don't play Gamut Knife, right?
No, I don't think so. They
Yeah.
just do like Sakazuki and Gum Gum Lightning or Sakazuki and Mamaragon.
Yeah, that's all you kind of need. So, I mean, overall, I mean, I would say yellow's kind of overrepresented, but at the same time, like I feel like everything is kind of color-wise is here. I mean, you have 3 red decks. You have what 5 yellow decks.
Green is just barely squeaking in.
Yeah, at the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
Everything's
Well, like-
sandwiched by X green right now.
The blue green Luffy is barely a green deck. It's
Yeah,
a super aggressive draw deck.
You're right. I mean, it's mainly the Mr. 1 and Mr. 2 are the foundational pieces.
And then you get to restand Dawn, which just helps you go more aggressive.
Yeah, and that's like the only thing that's really green about the deck. But,
Outside of them teching in like stun stuff.
yeah, like Boa
But
Hancock.
It's mostly like a blue deck for sure.
Yeah, and they also playing a couple copies of Gravity Blades now.
Mhm.
That has hosed me a couple times. Gravity Blade. But is there anything else you want to talk about regarding this before we get into the pirate party?
Not particular.
So, I guess is there any leaders? So the only leader here really that's showcased here. I mean, that's not banned is Ace. We'll get more into it. I guess Kagura is not banned either. So maybe Kagura actually is going to be the winner, potentially. It's already a very good deck, and it's not banned. So, okay. So discussing for the purpose of, we have these leaders are banned. I have all the leaders over here. So what leaders do you think are the consistent winners, like for maybe potentially from tournament? Or your locals?
That's gonna vary a lot depending on what your locals brings.
Yeah, but which decks do you think should be constantly topping at least win, or at least close to winning?
Even that as a concept, pirate parties aren't a structured tournament. Not in the same sense. It just means so little. Scroll down to like the leaders that are banned.
Oh.
I think Yellow Bonnie is gonna be insane.
I do agree. I've played Yellow Bonnie for a video in a stream recently. That deck with the Blackbeard support feels really strong. Not gonna lie, where is she? There she is. I think this is a potential winner or a consistent winner.
just checking. Zoro's not banned, right?
Green Zoro? I don't think so.
He's not.
Yeah, Green Zoro's not banned, so I would think he'd be a pretty good bet.
Green Zoro could be pretty good.
Yeah, it's also kind of awkward because halfway through this, you're gonna get the starter deck legal.
Yeah, which makes like Kuzan really, really strong.
Yeah,
And
I
then
do think Kuzan is. I'm gonna put him here because I mean he's not gonna be right out of the gate a constant winner, but
yeah, I agree with that. I do think he's going to like I know multiple people at my locals who are gonna attend pirate parties are going to play Kuzan
I think he's a really, really
once
good,
the
solid pick.
starter drops.
I don't know if this is like the opportunity for Sanji to shine. I mean, he's basically the old school Enel.
It I mean no. Not really.
So for other decks that have a potential one leg up, I know you mentioned Robin.
Yeah, I think Robin just has a good chance as like a yellow slop deck. I think this is kind of a left field pick, but I think green yellow Yamato might be good. The biggest thing that holds Yamato back is like not being able to make contact with the opponent's life. But we've removed a lot of the top decks that block her up a lot. Oh wait, is Lucy banned?
Yes, Lucy is banned.
Okay. I was gonna say, oh no, is Lucy banned? I think Yamato is gonna be sneaky and you could definitely like do really well with it.
I'm gonna put him here for now because I mean he's definitely probably the highest chance of being there. Especially out of yellow decks, you could. I mean, yellow is just so strong as a color. I mean,
Well, let's make all of our lives easy and let's put Buggy in here to have fun from the Impel down.
what do you think about Up Luffy?
I mean, I think it's probably a potential winner. I think like there's a lot that just can play good into it. Oh, I think starter deck 29.
I think Zoro. Yeah.
ST21 Luffy.
No, 29.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the Egghead Luffy.
It's just 6 life in the decks that are like kind of better at doing what it does or ban.
I am really thinking this might be a good shot for this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine this
Yeah.
deck. It's already good and done with everything but Nami already. So like, it losing Nami as a potential.
Well, it does kind of
What do you think?
bad to like yellow in general.
Sanji's one of maybe potential candidate because I mean, if you're not going to play this Luffy, then Sanji's kind of pretty close to the same kind of play pattern.
I think Sanji probably has, but I don't know if it's gonna like. I don't know if I agree with Calgara being a consistent winner because I don't know if Calgara is going to see consistent representation. Like, not everyone is planning to play Calgara. I think Krieg, surprisingly, could be a very consistent winner.
Is Gecko in our band here or no?
No, Gecko's.
He's probably going to be a consistent top 8, but I wouldn't say that he's going to win enough.
So those are potential candidates. Jinbei, I don't know. Like Jinbei and Law are kind of, I would say.
I think, no, Law is so bad, unfortunately. It is just not a good deck. Even amongst the other stuff that's in this list so far.
I'm just gonna start throwing over potential candidates over there. I don't know about Rayleigh. Rayleigh doesn't get much from the starter deck 21 or 31. And of course, he brought up have fun. Here's the Buggy.
I think you meant the other Buggy.
I meant the Impel down Buggy.
Oh, that one's just pure bad. I mean, sure. Okay.
That's why you're here to have fun.
Well, I mean, if you're losing, you're not going to have fun.
No, but you're here to do. You're there to do the funny thing.
They like to play.
What do you think? What do you think about Sabo? This is probably the best of the brothers.
I think that's probably the best of, arguably the best of the yellow choices, maybe outside of Yellow Bonnie.
I agree. I actually think this actually should be a pretty solid leader. It gains a lot. It stalls the game out a lot. I I really don't want to. Actually, I should take this thing away because I don't want to promote this deck because of the terrible. And might have fun. Definitely is kid. You're gonna have a fun time if you play the
Yeah.
leader.
Are you gonna have a fun time losing?
Oh no, you don't lose. You may go 2-2. So you lose some.
You might go
You
2-2.
probably go like 2-2. You know.
Oh, bring back my boy Red Purple Law.
I think that's
R.I.P.
all the leaders to really cover. Unless you really want to talk about Djembe.
You've barely scrolled through any. You've gone through like 3 sets, and you've chose basically all of them.
Okay, so I think these are pretty much all the potential candidates.
Could we scroll back further?
Okay.
We haven't put Grape Luffy up here yet.
You are correct there. Grape Luffy should be in here.
Foxy probably plays pretty well also. We're not looking at a lot of super aggressive decks.
I forgot about the EB sets. Touche. There is some EB sets. All right, so you're talking about Foxy. Yeah, Foxy is interesting for sure. So we could potentially put him over and potential. Do you think he's a potential winner, or do you think he's a potential?
I think he might get top 8.
Yeah.
I don't
Top 8.
like, depending on your locals, you can probably win with Foxy, but it's still not like the best deck in the world. I think Shirahoshi could be a pretty consistent winner.
Okay, are you trolling me, or you think that?
No, I genuinely think that deck is very strong. It's held back by the meta and like missing one support card.
Vivi probably has potential. Like,
Yeah.
Vivi, I think definitely has potential. It like some of the worst matchups for it are removed from the meta.
I could have put Purple Luffy, but I wasn't sure about it. You see? Oh yeah, what am I saying? Bonnie.
Yeah, that's definitely.
All the green players are gonna flock to that deck. Like,
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Marco's interesting as a leader, but
it's a little slow depending on the build that you go with. But I don't even know what a current Marco build would look like.
there's a lot of overlap with the this ace, and I know it's gotten quite a bit of support with the new, especially with the new stage. What does allow it to be able to use on 8 or 9, you could probably put Sanji down and put a Dawn on your lead.
Right.
Actually, no, that doesn't work because you have to use.
You have to play the Sanji before having
use your leader ability.
Yep.
Yeah. Pudding is not. It's probably not worth it. Lim isn't.
No,
worth it.
I know someone who would probably.
Pudding probably can make a top 8,
especially with like the starter deck coming out.
Yeah, halfway through, she might be pretty okay. Vegapunk.
I think Carrot's probably worth mentioning.
I think Carrot's a potential on the winner side here.
Potential winner?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know about that. I think it could potentially win, but I don't know if it's going to get a bunch of them.
No, I don't think it's going to get a bunch of them, but it has a good enough lineup that it could pull it off.
What about Black Teach?
It's probably another top 8ing deck.
It probably is a top 8 deck. The deck's not bad. It's just very dependent on the pilot.
Clown, for sure, is a consistent winner.
Unfortunately,
What are you saying, Kebbie?
Having fun.
Yeah, it's having fun. Come on.
Don't get me wrong. I love Caesar Clown. I have a bunch of Caesar Dawn. Caesar Clown to the moon, but
Smoker's probably around there.
Yeah.
Mike top 8. He has okay pieces. Usopp is maybe one I probably shouldn't have slept on until this point. I mean, I think it's actually probably the best Dressrosa leader available.
I think that's
because
true.
like 2.
but also
Oh wait, is
I don't
Bello Betty
think-
legal?
Yeah, she is.
I think that's probably like a potential winner deck.
She should be up here.
Oh, weird. Where's Shirahoshi?
We have not gone back to her yet. Should be pretty soon. So I'm not sure about Usopp. Like Usopp's actually a pretty solid list already.
Usopp's probably able to get a top 8, but I don't think you're really going to get much further than there. Like,
I think
Some of the
there's a
stuff's
lot
big,
that
too.
he like kind of loses to. Not a lot, but like I think there's a lot of possibilities that he can lose to.
Okay, here's your goat.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. Some of the strongest decks that hold it back aren't in the meta. I think it has a lot of potential.
I'm not sure about Katakuri. So Katakuri, like before we get the starter deck, probably
I
not.
think he's like maybe a potential winner after the starter deck. But I think he's just there to have fun before the starter deck.
And yeah, so Rayleigh, Sanji, Koala's definitely not in the conversation. Bonnie, I mean, we already talked about her. Like I said, Jinbei's the only one we haven't talked.
Crocodile is a really good one.
we already have Crocodile up on there.
Yeah,
Do we?
We'll move it around once we get everything kind of.
I didn't even see that it was on there already.
Once we get all the ones that we want to talk about. What about Sanji? It's probably just worse Ace.
I think probably. I don't know if I'd say it's worse Ace, but different and not as good.
And we talked about Luffy's on there. Uda is going to be irrelevant. Black Yellow Luffy, I don't think is going to be.
I think it's probably a meme to take Black Yellow Luffy.
Did we get Grape Luffy on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And SC21. What do you think about SC21?
I think it could be a not bad deck after the starter decks come out.
Okay.
You can maybe
in
top.
this tier. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about. Okay. So, consistent winners, I'm thinking is probably these 4. We have Luffy Ace, we have Krieg, we have Grape Luffy, and we have Bonnie.
I think Yellow Bonnie is up there as well.
I mean, yeah, we gotta have a yellow deck. Yellow Swap is
Either like Yellow Bonnie or starter deck 29 Luffy. They're kind of like interchangeable.
I mean, do you think Luffy or do you think Saba's better?
I think Luffy. I think Luffy's a better deck than Sabo.
I think, yeah, I think in regards to for an average player, yeah, Luffy's better.
I think for this format in general, it's probably better as well.
Now, the second half, we have a lot of yellow decks over here.
Yeah,
Oh,
yellow be doing things.
Look at all that yellow.
Yep.
All right, so potential winners.
I think who's on after the starter deck is at the very top of potential winners.
I do think, yeah.
If not like consistent winner.
Yes, I think it's the only one that actually potentially could move up here post.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's literally that caliber.
I think Zoro should probably be like, I don't know, in the middle of the yellow shit, in like layer of quality, not like quality, but like if we're gonna rate them by where they're at in the row, I think Zoro's probably better than some of these other decks.
It's probably better than Bonnie.
What, red, yellow Bonnie?
Red, yellow Bonnie.
Yeah.
Though the thing, I guess Zoro does kind of stumble into yellow.
Yeah.
It does, but it's probably one of the strongest aggro decks in this format.
It is, but I know a lot of people are going to play yellow. Yellow still does yellow bullshit.
That's
Different math.
true.
I guess is there a world that I guess I don't know as a Ace player, but does Ace play Borsalino and Mr. 3?
I don't see why they wouldn't. Every blue-yellow player commits war crimes.
Which that makes me question, like, now isn't Vivi kind of overcharged?
I mean, she is kind of, yeah, she's probably down here. So I don't know. I'm not sure if he plays both. If he does,
Oh no, there's no reason he wouldn't.
if he does play both, then there's no reason why he wouldn't be a potential winner. So on that as a caveat, I think he's a potential winner.
I can agree with that because of the size of the format. It basically just being a locals. I would agree with that. That combination is very, very powerful. You can search the Borsellino off the top of your top 5 into your life, and then grab it out of life with something. So like you can basically search Borsellino every single turn. Potentially, you know what I mean. But I think it takes a very skillful pilot to properly maneuver blue yellow ace.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think these two are definitely one of the harder decks in the entire game. Sabo and the ace.
That whole starter deck created some very complicated leaders.
Okay, so my top 8. Let's discuss maybe which ones actually could go up to potential winners. I think Crocodile is probably in that category.
Yeah, I think Crocodile is going to be dependent on the number of people that play it, but I think it's probably a potential winner. It's really, really good.
Is my vision blind, or have we not seen Grape Luffy up here?
He's up at the very top.
Oh, I am blind. Understood.
Yeah, I don't. He has always been proven that he's like one of the strongest.
Yeah, that deck is insanely good. The fact that it's legal still is kind of crazy. It's like aggro, but rampy as well.
Got it. I'm just blind.
The plus side is by him though is I don't think he is going to be as oppressive like Emo was in the first Fire Party. He's not that caliber of a leader. He's just strong.
It's also a kind of expensive deck for people to just pick up to play a casual format.
I might.
But I mean, you have a lot of the cards already.
Yeah, I have everything but the green restand Dawn Luffy, which
inside of this top 8, Blackbeard's probably towards the highest on this.
Yeah, Blackbeard's very consistent. It's just again going to take like the level of the pilot.
Well,
same thing
takes a lot.
Doflamingo.
Well, the first discussion I had was which one of the leaders do you think moves up to potential winners? Because I did shove a bunch of leaders in here that I thought we would talk about.
I think Carrot is probably a potential winner. Stun is very annoying.
What about Sengoku?
I think that could. Nah, I don't know. I think it's still a top 8. Honestly, it's like missing a card.
It does depend on who he pairs up against. Like if it's like red, yellow Bonnie, he's probably gonna crush that deck. If it's a deck that kind of requires becoming that, becomes an is 7K or higher, I feel like he's pretty good into Roger. For the same reason, like we could become a 9K lead, but it's only a 1 Dawn investment across your entire fleet, so it's not much of a issue. But he will struggle in stuff like Bella Betty, Kagura probably. He's
gonna struggle into like aggro, like low body aggro.
So we have Brook. I don't play a lot of Brook, so I don't really know where he stands.
I feel like Brook is the most RNG based deck that isn't yellow. So like it could potentially win, but also like it could not.
So it's more so maybe it should move down to here to have fun. Because if it does, it does.
I think you would have a higher win rate than the ones down here. But I mean, I think a good pilot, like if you're taking it and you play a lot of Brook, if you dodge shitty matchups, not even to say that because that makes it sound like it's just bad in general.
Like I think it's probably fine. I know someone who like got an invite to Nats from a store championship with Brooke. So it can pop off. It's just very RNG, in my opinion.
So Ace is probably, you think Ace moves up or he stays around this position?
I think Ace is a potential winner. It's getting top 32 in like regionals already.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Sabo. Like, Sabo is a leader that's just
I haven't tested with the new support.
the only
So
good card from the new support is definitely Kuma.
yeah.
Kuma being a 5-drop that meets your leader requirement and puts a Dawn on it and gets you a 4K body or potentially a 5K, because I mean the boost
Yep.
is kind of nice. The koala
If you
kinda
can
sucks.
if you can specifically play out like the Inazuma, that's Rush,
Mhm.
the red one, I think the starter deck is maybe not bad.
Yeah,
I think like it could maybe have legs. It's kind of similar to like how Zoro used to play, except like a little slower than Zoro.
there's also that promo Sabo. I'm trying to remember what exactly his ability is. I know some people were high on it as a potential card.
The four cost,
The,
the black blocker,
I think it's a 3.
the one that was already a staple in the deck. Or are we talking about different cards?
It's a red card.
Oh, I have no idea which card you're talking about.
Or maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe it's not Sabo. Thought it was. It's a red card that you put a Dawn on it. It gets an extra bonus ability.
Unsure.
So 1 Dawn. If you have 4 less cards in your hand, this gets plus 2,000 power.
That's cheeks. It's not cheeks, but it promotes like hand disadvantage.
Yeah, I picked up a place out of him just because I wasn't sure if he would make the cut or not.
He is technically a card that you can play for sure.
He is for sure an A card you could play, and I'm just not sure. Like I said, I'm not sure if he would make the cut. What do you think about Roger? Like, is Roger able to be a potential winner, or even? I don't think he could be a consistent winner because he's himself can't consistently win because of variance.
I think it has a better chance without some of the other cards, like some of the other leaders, but I definitely wouldn't say consistent. Like it would be on the very, 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 very low end. Like I think Ace has a better chance, a way better chance. I think Ace should probably be higher up in potential winners. It's probably like closer to being a consistent winner.
Fair enough. I mean,
No, I think it's good where it's at.
yeah, it's one of those things. Like I said, the issue with I don't think you could ever put Roger in the consistent winners because the deck itself is not consistent.
No, I just don't think I don't think it's gonna be like I think it's not like a 1 in 100 chance now, like it usually is, in my opinion, but it's like a still a 1 in 25. That's a really good sounding odd, but I think Roger is still not that great.
So now, let's stick with this. So these are going to be small enough. This curve tops out at 8.
Yeah.
This curve does not reach 7 or 8. This one will. This one goes to teach. This one will also go higher. I was trying to calculate how Dofi looks.
Bonnie plays the Rush Bonnie as well.
Yeah, the 9-drop Rush Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was like trying to think, where does Doflamingo stack up? Because typically it plays really good.
A potential winner.
You think so? Like,
I mean, yeah, a lot of the cards, like a lot of the leaders that are out of the meta for Pirate Party are just newer set leaders. Dofi got second at Nats, like around its format.
True, but Doflamingo really depends on how good is 10-drop Doflamingo within the deck pool. Um, it was really great. This deck was really good when it was like Lucy was there. Then you had and now,
I mean,
but
most of the top leaders that we have in consistent winners fall into the like Dofi being pretty good into them.
yeah, I would say this one potentially. This one's probably a no. This one's
It has like Bonnie has things that it plays on the top end, but it's not a top end deck.
yeah, there's probably plays some number of Law and Beppo.
Yeah, sure, like 3 or 4, but you're gonna lock everything else down. Its Cavendish is gonna get locked down. Its Smoker is gonna get locked down. Its blockers are gonna get locked down. There's still a lot of really viable targets for Dofi to hit, just because you can't hit Alon Beppo.
Yeah, maybe it's a pretty good spot to put it because like it's probably decent into half of these, and bad into the other half, which is a good enough, I think, coverage.
I mean, I think it can be not terrible into all of them potentially. Like Luffy and Bonnie do still play a lot of 7 cost and lower. Like Luffy is playing out a bunch of Robins and or Nami and Robins, Borsalinos, all that shit. Zoros, Thriller Bark Slop. That all fits in the 7 or under like category.
Speaking of Thriller Slop, what about Memoria?
I think it probably skyrockets to being like almost a consistent winner, which I hate to say. I hate this deck. It's so stupid. Such a cheap deck.
I still think it's probably not as powerful as a lot of the newer stuff that got good tools. If it's in potential winners here, it's probably towards the lower end of anything.
Yeah, I think it's probably on the lower end of potential winners. But it is just like, a pretty good yellow slop deck. I think it's worse.
It's a deck that's still been winning through the. It's a deck that's still like sometimes poking through in our top 10 for the meta, but it's still. I don't think it's consistent enough that it's a potential winner. I think it's consistent enough that it's going to.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's like he's just one of the leaders that he was okay up till the end of OP 15, but now that 16, he just isn't playable now much. But then again,
I wouldn't say unplayable.
But then again, a lot of the 16 leaders,
or some.
a decent number of the 16 leaders are gone because of bans like Teach, Yamato, which I don't think Yamato mattered, but Luffy.
Yeah, I thought it was weird that Yamato was banned.
Yeah, I don't even think she has that good of a coverage right now. So, and then why is Yellow now banned?
I didn't know it was. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was kind of confused by that. I mean,
R.I.P.
I mean, he hasn't put up that much results lately, so I don't know why he would be considered banned. But he's probably the only one with Yamato that make no sense in this category.
Well, no, it makes a little bit of sense. He's bad into Lucy, and he's bad into Nami. He's like 50-50 into Shanks and Mihawk. He's terrible into Emu. He's not super good into Ace. He's not super good into Luffy. Like green-red Luffy.
But my argument more is like, what makes Enel here instead of like Sengoku? Because then with the first week of power rankings, I think Sengoku was 10th. So
because scroll up. Enel can out-survive almost all of these decks. And play Rygo. And play 10 cost Enel.
Yeah, but I thought it was based off of maybe it is just based off of.
I think a lot of people probably played Yellow Enel in the first Pirate Party.
And they wanted to switch it up.
And there was like feedback about it.
That could be a legit reason. I mean, because like at least for OP16 meta, he has not been that big of a deal. But if he was like a huge part of Pirate Party 1,
he can't be super high into the OP16 meta with Lucy and Nami and like Rosinante, maybe Teach.
Fair. That I mean, the context of what you're thinking makes more sense.
Well, I play Yellow and L. Like, I'm not playing it right this second because I know it doesn't do good this format. But you're removing a lot of decks that it would be advantageous to not have to play against. Also, like, some people don't enjoy playing against it. It's not necessarily the most fun for your opponent to always have one more life than you think.
True. I mean, that is 100% true. We're here to have a party, and he is definitely killing that vibe. So my top 8. Is there any other leader here that you think could go up, or is it good to lock it in?
I think Hannibal is cheese. I think you're taking him if you're trying to have fun.
I think he's the best impel down leader, but
That's not saying a lot.
that is fair. There's only 3 options. One of them's banned. Hannibal's like in the middle.
There's only 3 options, and the good one is banned.
Yeah. And yeah, these two. I mean, I think Hannibal's okay. It's just, I don't know. But other than that, yeah, the rest of these, I think. I mean, I don't think Odin would go up. Red purple Luffy is okay, but
I'm fine with Odin being in might get a top 8 under like the understanding that it's post starter deck.
fair.
I don't think it's doing anything for the first month.
Fair. I'll put him at the bottom. Smoker, I think this is probably where Smoker lives because I mean, he's with those decks that can do good. He has.
I think. Sorry, not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I think Purple Luffy maybe is a potential winner.
You think he's
like a yellow or a purple slop deck?
Yeah, it's like I was kind of curious. Like, what do you think the best Straw Hat leader is from purple that plays Gum Gum Giant? I just wasn't sure if it's Up Luffy. Up Luffy does loot. Its late game's okay, but Purple Luffy does have a better late game.
Yeah, I think Purple Luffy also absolutely does like the Sakazuki Mamaragon combo, whereas you're not really doing that in Up Luffy.
I did see that combo in Red Purple Luffy, for sure. Because they're
being a thing too.
Yeah, because they can go down 1 Dawn, and once they have 8 or more, they could ramp it right back. So it's like very little downside. Then again, that was basically me watching Nightgale TCG's video on it. Looked like it did pretty solid, but I don't know if it's going to be strong enough for this. But I do think Up Luffy is probably the better of them, but I don't know. I think I'm okay with this. Like, these probably all fit this category. Some of these are.
I wanna say Law is gonna do more, but I don't think he's gonna.
That's fine. He doesn't belong in the same category, and BP Luffy I think is where he belongs. Sadly, I think he's just. I don't know what it is like.
He's just a fun guy. He's there to enjoy himself.
I mean, he is.
He's got more aura than he has actual power.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, out of the Luffy leaders, he seems like he's the second most one of them having the most amount of fun.
I think he's the one having the most amount of fun, but I can't say why.
Fair enough. I was going more by his facial expression.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, because this one he looks super serious.
Mm-hmm.
This one looks like he's mad.
He's pooping. Poop Luffy.
That one's just pure aura.
And well, this one here, I guess he is cheesy smile, so that does count. So, but anything else you want to talk about regarding this power ranking or potential other leaders you want to talk about?
Nah, I think this pretty much covers most of them. I think Shirahoshi. That's all I'm going to say. That's the move. Play Shirahoshi.
I'm not even sure if I own all the pieces for Shirahoshi. I should go check. I gotta imagine it's close. She's not a very expensive deck. So I got
very cheap. Only expensive if you play the Borsalinos.
I also want to see if I have that Oops All Trigger Bonnie list in paper. It's not playing Borsalino, so I don't need to worry about that. So I don't know. I do think Bonnie is potentially there. Like I do agree she's really strong.
For sure.
Which I guess is kind of sussy that there's 2 Bonnies in consistent winners.
Yep. It's kind of criminal, some would say.
Yeah, no Robin. All right. So
No Robin, no nothing. We are just here, existing.
I guess we should move Gekomori to consistent winners just for RePreach. That's his baby. So
That is my baby, but I also recognize my baby shit.
fair enough. So
Like it's going to get in the top. That's gonna happen. It's going to consistently get top. But that's it. I do not expect it to actually win.
maybe because when I was doing last time I played Store Championship, like it got hosed. Which is kind of like why I was like, I don't know about this one. I know, like, it's bad also when the number 1 person that plays it is off of it now with Appster.
Number 1 person?
Yeah, Appster
Who's
TCG
that?
was like holding this deck together,
Yeah.
making a weekly or bi-weekly video on it, and now he's off of it for Black Yellow Teach.
Well, Black Yellow Teach doesn't exist in this format, nor a lot of the other stuff that would be holding it back.
That is true.
Like, I am very skeptical of it doing well. I know that the deck has a lot of proper functions, especially into this. It's just I do not expect it to win. There's some things about it that is just self-limiting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to consistently win like a Dragon does. But you want to let's go ahead and get into the wrap up. So shout outs for you, RePreach. Any streams or anything?
Nope. Just enjoy drinking sometime soon.
Well, we can't go.
Probably a depresso.
A depresso. How? Anything you're going to be doing this week? Special gameplay you're going to be doing? Anything like that? Favorite Anime Villain?
Nothing too fantastic. I do have to shout out KebbieG's mom, though. She gave me some lasagna the other day. That was nice.
Oh, damn.
Very cool. Not all women bring you lasagna at work, so.
Did she remember the Italian herbs this time?
She did.
That's when it's really good.
Very interesting.
That and her special ingredient, aka cinnamon.
No, it's love.
That's what she relabels cinnamon shaker as.
No. This is going a little bit left turn. For me, though, I'm gonna be I don't know what I'm gonna be streaming this week. I'm still waiting to see if the sim gets updated. I might test some decks that I might want to play for Pirate Party because I do have one on Wednesday, so I do need to figure out what the heck I'm bringing, which is kind of why I'm kind of one of the main reasons I wanted to talk about this week is to get a feel from the guys what we think could be really good and what deck I might want to play for it.
He wanted to get our opinions and then not use those opinions at all, and then just play Roger.
I probably won't be playing Roger. Then again, I would love to play Roger. It's one of those mixed relationships. I could sleeve up Ace or Luffy Ace, one of those two also. I mean, I technically own most of these decks except for the Borsalinos for yellow.
Oh, you don't know Borsalinos. Cringe.
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't think I'm ever going to buy them unless they are like under $16 a piece. I just don't value them that much. That's just my personal opinion.
Did you say 16?
Yes.
It's a very specific number.
Well, that's because I bought one for $15. Like.
And you're willing to go $1 more than that.
Yeah.
I got you.
But even then, it's super cringe, and I don't know. I was kind of shocked that I managed to pull it off. Like I don't know why my LGS had it on sale for $15, but I was like, I snapped.
No, that's a good deal.
Yeah. So maybe I will sleep up Sarah Hoshi. You think she's gonna be the bee's knees?
Yeah, but you run Borsalino and Shirahoshi.
True. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, I'm having a hard time picking a deck here.
Well, let's get some games in tomorrow. We'll practice this format. I'll do you the solid. I'll grace you with my time and my presence and my award-winning gameplay.
Sure.
This is for you, Kebbie, so you can practice and decide what deck you want.
Maybe I just play the cheapest deck possible and play Krieg.
Isn't that
You know
like
what, Kebs? I
It's
could
like 20, yeah.
I could even play Gecko for you. I could give you a taste of how good or bad it is.
If you're playing Gecko and I'm playing Krieg, it's probably over. Krieg probably hoses that deck. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's probably accurate. Krieg is probably pretty good into Yellow Slop.
I think Krieg. No, absolutely. Krieg is for sure good into yellow.
Yeah, so like maybe I do put the sleeve up Krieg. I mean, he's basically cheaper than a meal at McDonald's. So I mean,
That's true.
yeah, you can go buy a Big Mac meal, large, or you can go buy Krieg deck. Pick one.
You
I
could
went
either
with the
buy
Big Mac.
2 Coca-Colas or you could buy a Krieg deck.
Yes, and he paid for himself. The ROI on a Krieg deck is pretty high.
Hashtag I am sponsored by the state of Georgia.
Hashtag I am sponsored by Krieg, and I always get defeated by Mihawk.
Actually, I have to shout out Merc Games, Merc GG. Check them out.
Oh, maybe we got to have him on the podcast one time. Besides that, that's all we have for this week. Like I said, I'll be streaming this week. Like I said, maybe we'll do a joint stream with me and favorite Anime Villian this week.
No, I don't know about a joint stream, but I will play games with you while you're streaming, and we can voice chat.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean like we actually like talk during it.
Wow, Kebs. You're not going to invite him to join you on your stream? That's crazy.
Oh, I'm not going to start streaming as early as he streams. Is all I was saying.
Oh yeah, he does not stream that early, which is weird. I mean, I don't stream that early, but or maybe I just stream. Maybe I just need to play some Perona for.
I certainly wouldn't.
I totally agree.
Maybe jet lag yourself from the East Blue.
Man, they really do need to make a good Perona leader, an updated one.
Get on this time zone, Kebs. Come on.
I'm good. I'll stay in the middle. So, but we'll talk to you guys next week. Not really sure what we're going to be talking about. Maybe just about potential car design. We'll see. But until then, have a great rest of your week. Hopefully you had a great 4th of July, and we'll talk to you guys next time.